Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. Okay, in the first episode we did manage to unlock a reasonable bit of science. It would have been nice to unlock a little bit more in the tech tree and whatnot, but I think we can manage a bunch more on this next flight. Let's see. Got some more propulsion and tanks parts, different tank sizes, and importantly we have radial and stack decouplers. We actually have a winglet. Now this is not a steerable kind of winglet. It doesn't do a whole lot of steering, but it does help a little bit with keeping a vehicle pointed in one direction. We still have the one parachute, the antenna and the mystery goo, and so on and so forth. So let's see what we can do with this thing. Get a decoupler on here, and let's go ahead and throw the parachute on. Alright, now FLT 400. Two of those I think will be actually for this section. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave two of them on here. No. Let's turn on some symmetry. 4 times symmetry. Okay, now they are fuel cross-feed capable, so that one engine should be able to draw fuel from all of those because they are touching the central tank. And if so, that'll be great. Now, do we have any kind of landing leg? No, we don't. We're going to have to... Oh man, this is not so great. I wonder if we turned it upside down and connected it like that, would that provide a little bit of landing stability? Let's take this out to the launch pad and find out. Alright, here we are. They don't touch the ground beyond the engine, although if I move these tanks down they would. That might just provide enough stability to make this a usable lander. Okay, let's revert to the vehicle assembly building and make that change and take a look at it out there. Alright, here we go. Just grab a hold of these tanks. Make sure we are 4 times symmetry. And angle snap, I need to change the settings to make angle snap a default. Move these tanks down. Now that looks better. Let's move it down a little bit more. Alright. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and assume that that will do. Now, granted, yes, I have the wings on backwards, but these things aren't really going to be a whole heck of a lot of use aerodynamically speaking anyway. We've got nose cones. I'm going to go ahead and put them on because I understand that nose cones actually have an effect in this version. Get a stack decoupler down here. Alright, now alright, just do it this way. Another engine here. Let's move this whole mess upwards. Get another decoupler. Alright. Now Okay. Drop an engine on here. And let's just copy this whole stack. Four-way symmetry. And we'll let this thing go all Saturn V on us. And for aerodynamic, we'll throw some nose cones on here. And just for giggles, we'll put some right side up fins down here. That should get this thing a real serious kick in the butt. So we've got a launch stage, we have a transfer stage, and a lander / return stage. Doing it the old-fashioned way, but like was done back before there was any landing legs that you could trust. So, let's see here. We need a little bit more. We need some science on here. An antenna, just one, please. Yeah, there's the issue of being able to have enough power to transmit observations. Well, the only part we have that holds power is command pod. So what if... Oh... Control Z. Throw that away. Turn symmetry on. Take that off. Put it back on. Oh, you're going to be that way. Okay. There we go. Now take this capsule, flip it over. Alright. Now put this on here. Okay. All right. And these things will be on here mainly to provide additional power. They each hold 50 electricity. Because the only time this thing is going to recharge is when one of these rocket engines is running. And that's not going to happen all the time. That will give us enough power to transmit some information back. And let's go ahead and get our mystery goo containers. And we'll drop 4 of those on there. Alright, we don't have any other science instruments or anything like that, but we ought to be able to do reasonably well with this. Alright. Bring this down. No launch stability enhancers yet. We'll have to get those as soon as possible. All that and struts. Okay, this is very unlikely looking. I'm hoping it's not too top heavy. So, let's see. That'll do for a name, S-V. because I'm not going to call this a Saturn V. It doesn't even do justice to that name. Let's check out our staging here. Alright, we have 5 going on liftoff, separating there. These capsules, I'm going to drag them up here. And then that goes. These, I can see where I might want to let them go at some point. So how about make another stage up here. There. Okay. That way, if I want to let them go, I can do so later on. And if I'm not, then I can always drag this stage up here and just not let them go. Alright. Go ahead and save that. Let's see. Any action groups to deal with? Let's set up 1, 2. Oh, there's no gimbaling on that engine. Okay. So we don't need to bother with that. Alright, let's select our crew. Looks like Jebediah Kerman is elected. Hell, what the heck. Alright. And now to the launch pad. Okay, here we are. Not looking excessively steady. Let's turn on the SAS. Another thing with these capsules is that they provide plenty of torque. A lot of reaction wheel torque and whatnot. Okay, Jeb. Let's do this thing where we attempt to at least circumnavigate and possibly land on the moon. And we throttle it up and let's go. A slow start, but we're lifting off, we're gaining some velocity. This design might need some solid boosters. See how that goes. We're burning through that first stage fuel awfully fast. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to need some SRBs on this thing. But at least we have radial decouplers. We can get rid of them when they're done. We're halfway through the first stage fuel. And we're not getting all that far. Let's get a crew report and transmit it. I don't know, we might be able to do something here. Definitely need to be getting with the gravity turn thing. Actually, we're kind of late with that. come on. First stage away. Ship is all of a sudden a lot more steerable. Let's see if it has enough oomph to get into orbit. Let's have a look out here. 46 kilometers, a rather inclined orbit. Let's get tilted over here a little bit, but not too far. Let's have a look. Apoapsis up to 54. Okay, let's get our target set. .8 degrees out. I don't know. Circumnavigation may be our best shot here. Apoapsis 62. Alright, let's get another crew report and transmit, since we've got engines running and plenty of power to do it. That stage is done. What's our apoapsis? Just about almost where we are. Pitch back a little bit more. Not that far. Hello. There. I was wondering why that thing didn't stage. It's also a good idea to confirm, is this thing using fuel from these side tanks? It doesn't seem like it. Cut thrust, we've got 72 kilometers. Not great. I'm going to pitch over closer to the horizon. Throttle it up. See if we can get... it's not using the fuel from these things. Not so good. Okay, well, we got some more science. I think the big thing here now is going to be to do as much as we can while we're up here. Observe mystery goo. Send that for 10 science. Now I can transfer some fuel. About half from this side. Cut the throttle. That threw us off balance. There isn't really a whole lot of time for this crap. Because we're already descending. Yeah, this ship is not going to the moon. As a matter of fact, we're going to be doing good to have an intact landing. Alright, now would be the time to jettison those extra capsules, I think, perhaps. We get some more science. 7 science. Transmit that for another 5.4. Let's get another crew report. Transmit that. And let's run the engines to provide some power and slow the descent. Well, so much for that. One more crew report. Scientific value 0.5. Not worth transmitting. Mystery goo, real quick. 7 science. 16,000. We don't have time to do any more fuel transfers, so this is the last. There is no more navigation going to be happening. Our guy's going to be coming down here. Let's get rid of those extra capsules. Uh-oh. Turn this thing around. Get rid of the rest of the ship. And deploy the parachute now. We get a crew report on the way down. 0.5 science. Keep the data. We got us a little bit of science at least. We learned that that particular design is not going to function the way we hoped it would. That's all right. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, one more crew report after splashdown. Let's time warp down and get that over with. And then we can go back and see how much we can gain from the science we got on this failed mission. You know, the mission failed in that it didn't get its objective, but it is a success in that we got some science out of it. And that's the important part. We're doing it for science. Because the one thing about failure, the one good thing about failure, is that you can learn from it. Alright, let's get a crew report? Oh no, we can't do that. Okay, how about, can we EVA Jeb here? EVA. Alright, take a surface sample. Save that. That was worth something. And then let's take an EVA report for another 3 science. We'll keep the data. We'll grab on and... Oh, come on, Jeb. Really, Jeb. Alright, now, be sensible. Grab a hold and board. Jab. I'm losing my patience with you. Bored. Thank you. Now we can go up here. Recover vessel. And I'll catch you in the science labs. Okay, science summary. 0.5 science here, 30 science from the sample, 8 science from the EVA report, and 1 science for data gathered, 23.7 earned there, for a total of 57 because we did transmit some science. Alright, that's done. Let's head in here. Okay, we have 57 science. Alright, there's a landing leg, radial parachute, LV909. Up here, what have we got? The LVT-45, the Sepratron, the big booster, the good fins, and up here, launch stability enhancers, struts, the other radial decouplers, a tricoupler. That might be fun. We have 57 science, 45 for that. What do we have around here? 15 for this, 20 for that. I think this might be the better batch of stuff to get. So let's grab that. That opens up. Hey, fuel lines in this tier. The fuel systems, we've got the Rockomax 487S, we've got the roundified monotank, the other monotank, thruster blocks. In here we get things like smaller tanks, structural fuselage, Rockomax decouplers, adapters, and the hydraulic detachment manifold. Down here, aerodynamic stuff, control surfaces, wings, jet engines, so on. For 90 science. This tier is 90 science each to unlock, so we ought to go ahead and concentrate next on getting these things unlocked. We've got 12 science. Let's see how much we can come up with on the next attempt at a circummoon navigation. Yeah. Circumnavigate or land on the moon. We'll see if we can do that.